Well, Cook County, Illinois, guys. Chicago. Now, Chicago, their mayor, Brandon Johnson, is a far leftist. This man is soft on crime. And I got to be honest, guys. Brandon Johnson, I got to give him credit here. He was honest when he was running for mayor. This man told you, man, he was a super far leftist. And that the illegal aliens were coming first before you. But the only reason why Brandon Johnson is in office is because of his skin color, man. Black people saw, oh man, this guy's a black man. They went out there and voted for him overwhelmingly. They actually shut down the moderate, probably because he was white. And now you get what you vote for in Chicago. Black people, man. You guys have been pushed behind the illegal aliens. I mean, you guys been voting Democrat forever in Chicago. Forever. What has it gotten you? Nothing. You got your representation. I mean, before Brandon Johnson, you had Lori Lightfoot. I mean, she was the woke trifecta, man. Black, a woman, and a lesbian. Crime was out of control. Didn't do nothing for you guys. You guys still broke, man. You're still broke, but you're still voting Democrat. Then you bring in Brandon Johnson, man. A super far leftist, simply because he was black. Now, folks, there was actually black people that were actually going for MAGA because all these illegal aliens, man, were taking over the city. And all these illegal aliens, guys, that come in, they put them in black neighborhoods so they can actually take your black jobs. Yeah, President Trump was right. He was right. Now, don't be crying now because President Trump is right. These Democrats told you what they were going to do. Folks, this is absolutely astonishing, man. This should have been a wake-up call to black people for the longest time. Now, Illinois definitely seems like it's still going to go to Kamala Harris. Not by a super wide margin. It's going to be a likely blue state, which means that pretty much it's still going for Kamala Harris. Why? It's because of Cook County, because of black people. They're still voting for their own demise. Now, slowly but slowly, I believe they're waking up. But man, look at this right here, guys. If you guys remember this here, back in April, Chicago City Council approves $70 million for illegal alien care, despite voter backlash. Now, the voters say, no, we don't want this. But Brandon Johnson and his minions, the Democrats, said, we don't care. We're going to give these illegal aliens your money. And guess what? You're going to pay for it. By the way, we ain't doing nothing for you. We are not doing nothing for you. You better take it. And by the way, still vote Democrat. And guess what? They're still going to vote Democrat in the November election. They're going to vote for Kamala Harris. They see their borders wide open. Yes, some black people waking up, man, but not enough. Even if President Trump gets 30% of the black vote, and we're really seeing like 20 to 30%, Kamala Harris is not moving the needle that much. Still, it's mainly going to be black men. Donald Trump may end up getting like 40% of black men. Okay, because black women are still voting at like a 95% clip for Democrats. It's the black men that are waking up. But when I see this, man, that the city council is going to give $70 million of the taxpayer money to illegal aliens, black people, you got to wake up, man. You got to wake up much faster. Much faster, man. Wow. Look at this here. Chicago resident criticizes city spending on migrants. Other words, illegal aliens. Are y'all lying to us? Well, let's watch this news clip here, guys. Let's watch this.
Frustration hit a peak at a city council meeting as aldermen and residents keep clashing over how taxpayer money should be spent on migrants. The council's Immigration and Housing Joint Committee couldn't vote or even start the meeting.
I tell you this, taxpayer money, $0 should go to these quote unquote migrants, illegal aliens. Why? Because they're illegal. They should get nothing, man. Nothing. $0. Because if there is no money going to these illegal aliens, guess what? They're not going to come. They're not going to come.
Because some members didn't show up. But people still got to speak during public comment. And Alderman Byron Lopez announced a November referendum where voters can decide if the city should tax millionaires 3% to help migrants.
We have 120,000 millionaires who live in the city of Chicago who can pay the fair share, and there are solutions so that we can do both. Care for new neighbors as well as the current neighbors.
Are y'all lying to us? Because, see, we know that the budget stated that you guys spent $400 million on the migrants who are illegal immigrants last year. The city is currently in a $235 million deficit, which means that you guys overspent the budget to pay for people who have not paid any taxes.
CJ Lopez also announced the Colombian president is coming to Chicago on the 21st to recognize.
Right there, guys. Right there. They are in a, what did you say, $236 million deficit. And that communist on that city council said, let's tax millionaires. I mean, folks, we know even if they tax millionaires, it's going to trickle down to everyday people in Chicago. Everyday people. They're already spending your money, man. They're already wasting your money. Now they're going to waste more of your money through taxation. But are you black people going to vote for it? Yeah, you're going to vote for it this November. I know that. Even though it may actually be more black people voting for Trump, Trump has actually increased the black vote in every single election. But it ain't enough, man. It's not enough. And you people in Chicago have seen firsthand what Kamala Harris's policies at the border have done. But you don't care. I'm going to go out there and vote Democrat anyway. I don't like the policies. Because Kamala Harris really hasn't enunciated too many policies, but the ones that she has either been stolen from Trump or is straight up communism. Astonishing. But we must go over this video clip here, man. This is the meat and potatoes of this video right here, because we actually have a black woman that's actually spitting fire here on the Democratic Party and exposing them for who they are. The Democrats in Chicago, man, they keep putting black people second. And apparently black people are like racist or something because they don't support this stuff. Yeah, we need to watch this clip, guys. Let's roll it.
Like in the words of Malcolm X, who told us what? That the white liberal is the worst enemy to the black man.
Yes.
And in here, coming up in here, acting like y'all representing some social justice.
Say that,
but all along, all
that.
you're doing is trying to use black people to find a reason to make some money. Let me tell y'all something over there. We're done. The Democratic Party is done.
Abuse the black American.
Gonna come in here and gonna clean it up. Do just like R.A. Jr., just do like that Tulsa lady. You better get up out the Democratic Party. Save yourself. Because if y'all don't, we coming for your seats. We ain't taking no disrespect from a bunch of people who have broke into the country and now have completely broke the city, have completely disgraced the United States of America. America is a disgrace. The number one function of a president is to be the commander-in-chief. You tell me anything about a Kamala Harris that look like she can protect this country after y'all done sat up here and let it get her overridden with a bunch of illegals. Y'all done sat up here and put America's hands in all kind of wars. And you telling me a TACON man that ran from duty, Kamala Harris who don't know what race she is, gonna protect this country? The devil is a lie. Like in the
Wow. You heard that right there, man. And also, by the way, didn't the Democrats say it's racist to actually mispronounce Kamala's name? She actually called her Carmela. Carmela. Now, I believe that the Democrats are still mispronouncing Kamala's name because Vivek, as you guys know, Ramaswamy is an Indian as well. He doesn't say Kamala. He says like Kamala. Kamala. I believe that's the way he actually pronounced the name. Nobody knows how to pronounce the name. Even Beijing Biden has said Kamala. I've heard that too. But man, she was spitting fire and brimstone on these Democrats. Fire and brimstone. That's what she did, man. She went off, man. And she's right about Malcolm X, man. I've actually quoted Malcolm X before, man. Malcolm X said that the white liberal is the most dangerous person to black people. Why? Because he's more deceptive. Okay? He's right about that. Malcolm X was way ahead of his time, man. Way ahead of his time. So, black people, what you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Are you gonna go out there and continue to vote for your own destruction? They are replacing you with illegal aliens. They're not even hiding it, man. They want your money to go to the illegals. Keep voting Democrat, man. It's going to get worse. You guys go out there in November and vote for Kamala Harris or Kamala Harris, the way Vivek actually says it, you're done. You're done. Stop voting on skin color, man. And also, Kamala ain't even black. Now, I believe a lot of black people actually know that, guys, because those polls, man, she ain't moving the needle with black people. She ain't moving the needle, man. Kamala's never lived a black experience, man. This woman is a radical leftist, man. A far leftist. Actually, guys, here's a post here also by M. Wokeness here. This is on Kamala Harris, I believe back in 2019. M. Wokeness puts out, if you don't want us to be the next Brazil, make sure this lady is never president. And this is Kamala Harris calling for going full communist, man, full authoritarian, for Trump to be banned from Twitter. Listen in.
All of these social media companies and these online platforms, which are so powerful in their ability to impact perception about an issue and to influence behaviors, let's be clear about that. There have to be standards, and he and his account should be taken down. We saw in El Paso that shooter in his manifesto was informed by how Donald Trump uses that platform. And this is a matter of corporate responsibility. Twitter should be held accountable and shut down that site. It is a matter of safety and corporate accountability.
Thank you. Senator Warren, you can respond.
So, look, I don't just want to push Donald Trump off Twitter. I want to push him out of the White House. That's our job.
So join
me
in saying that his Twitter account should be shut down.
No, let's figure out why it is that
he has lost his privileges and it should be taken down. And the bottom line is that you can't say that you have one rule for Facebook and you have a different rule for Twitter. The same rule has to apply, which is that there has to be a responsibility that is placed on these social media sites to understand their power. They are directly speaking to millions and millions of people without any level of oversight or regulation. And that has to stop. Donald Trump has 65 million followers on Twitter. And we have to take seriously the weaponization of this platform by the president and the need, therefore, of a private corporation to be held accountable to say he has abused the terms, and it could result literally in a threat to safety of human beings who are participating with the process of justice.
There is not a part of you civically, constitutionally, that is concerned about the precedent of a private company taking the platform away from the President of the United States or some other elected official?
Free speech does not condone or protect threats to the safety of other human beings. And so that is what we are talking about. Like, let's be really clear about what we're talking about.
I think we need to push back on this. There's no guarantee to free speech on misinformation or hate speech, and especially around our democracy.
Yeah, so you saw that right there, guys. You saw that right there, man. Chicago. If you think that she's just going to stop at trying to silence President Trump, no. The lady that we actually saw at that Chicago City Council meeting, guess what? Kamala Harris would actually shut you down for going against her agenda. This is what Kamala Harris wants. She wants these illegal aliens in your city. She wants you to take it, and she still wants your vote. Pathetic. But that's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and White Network fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And we'll catch you next time.